You have any good suggestions, throw them in the comment section. And again, I'm pretty easy. Now, I think I really want to kick off with live Thin Lizzy. Don't Believe a Word from the Midnight Special. Previously reacted to the Rocker. My Thin Lizzy knowledge is usually, or has been historically, the Jailbreak album, a couple other songs, and the Live and Dangerous album. But I have always loved Thin Lizzy, and I love hearing more. And this is from, what, the Midnight Special, March 25th, 1977. Don't Believe a Word. The Midnight Special always had just the raddest performances. I'm a firm believer that show should still be on. It's also the only reason I want Time Machines, so I can go back in time and sit in on these audiences. That's really it. I've never actually watched Thin Lizzy live.
Don't believe me if I tell you, not a word of this is true. Don't believe me if I tell you, especially if I tell you I'm in love with you. Don't believe me if I tell you that I wrote this song for you. There just might be some other silly pretty girl I'm singing it to. Don't believe a word, 'cause words are only spoken, and your heart is like a promise made to be broken.
Ooh, that's dirty. So mean sounding.
Don't believe a word, 'cause words can tell lies, and lies are no comfort when there's tears in your eyes. Don't believe me if I tell you, not a word of this is true. Don't believe me if I tell you, especially if I tell you I'm in love with you. Don't believe a word. No, don't believe a word. Don't believe it, don't believe it, don't believe it, don't believe it, don't believe it. Not a single word. Don't ya?
Don't ya? Fucking band had so much attitude. So much attitude. It's, especially for a TV audience, I want to say, the performances are probably forced to be downplayed a little bit. That's probably not the right way to put it, but like, you have to kind of rein it in, especially back then on a TV audience, you know. Just it's almost like bands didn't know how to express themselves if there was a camera in front of them a lot of times, you know. Not as animated, and it's almost awkward when, like, you look at the camera and things like that. But being so, like, kind of downplayed, for lack of a better term, that attitude just fucking screams through. It's fantastic. Just a quick little rad one-hitter, you know? Just a quick one-hitter. Thin Lizzy. Always good. Every single time I've ever heard them. And the era that I definitely need to check out more from Thin Lizzy is, I want to say, probably the early 80s, or they really started getting heavy and thrashy, I want to say. And when did Cold Sweat come out? I've heard Cold Sweat before. I would really love to get that era, as well as all of the other eras of Thin Lizzy. Just some bands, you hear them and they could have been popular now, you know, and you wish they were still around for sure. What the hell? Everything!